Hello, how's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream. I hope we're all having a fine day. How are we doing, chat? It's good to see you all. It's good to see the people that are watching over at YouTube as well. That being said, we're still keeping YouTube chat off for now. I'm still not entirely sure what to do with that, or how to really merge that into one chat on my end. But people actually gave me quite a bit of positive feedback for the YouTube stream, so we're gonna keep doing that for now. But without further ado, let's hop into the content. Hello, Redacted. I wish you all the best with your biology studies. 180 pages, hopefully not to be studied all in one day. But boy, I don't think I've ever like studied 180 pages in my entire life. You can't insult YouTube chat. Well, you can insult them here, I guess. They can do something about it. They can come over here and insult you back. But I would appreciate if we could just keep the insulting to 0. That Blue Baby Hush, right? Blue Baby Hush, yeah. Alright, streak is at 40. The thing on screen is 1 off because I picked the wrong mode once. 2 weeks until the test. Oh, yikes. They come here, they are in YouTube chat anymore. That's fair. Alrighty, it's another day of the Crying Baby game. The streak is at, what did I say, 40? We have, what's its name? Delirious and 7 Seals. 7 Seals is the one I was looking for. We're starting with the Curse of the Lost. Goal is Blue Baby through Hush. I'm actually pretty excited to start with 7 Seals. Not so much excited to start with Delirious. I did not see that there was an enemy left there. But it's okay because I was gonna grab that anyway to protect my soul hearts. Delirious. It's not a great item in my opinion. It summons delirium in the form of a random boss, and that helps you fight the room. And for some reason it's like it's a 12 room recharge despite not being good at all. Like I don't know what to think of this item. Like, sure, it does something every once in a while, but considering that it's named after arguably at least one of the hardest bosses in the entirety of Isaac, I feel like it's a bit disappointing. Now 7 Seals can be weird because every once in a while you're gonna get that war horsey, and that's gonna summon exploding wisps, or not wisps, exploding flies, and those can hit you. But for the most part it just does a bunch of damage to enemies and helps you out. Wow. This is also the first run of the day, so I am understandably a bit rusty. It's Monday today. The last time I played this game was on Tuesday, I think, last week. I need to get back into the groove, you know. Long time YouTube watcher, first time Twitch chatter here. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good time here. Dead bird. Alright, apparently this is the run of friends. We've got a delirium friend, we've got horsemen friends, and we've got a bird friend. We've also got an absolutely worthless shop. But that's okay. Things happen. Shop should have had BFF. Was this a dead end? No. Oh no, it was a boss room, right? That's why I turned around. Alright, let's see what Delirium can do against the boss. Delirium can summon a Monstro. And the Monstro also do stuff. He can. Actually, that was pretty good. To be fair, it's Larry. So like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I could have summoned a Duke of Flies here and done a solid amount of damage. But yeah, I mean, Torn Photo is a good start. Monstro is gonna stick around for a while. I mean, that's nice. Although I feel like that can also potentially do quite a bit of harm. Right, I forgot to mention that in the description earlier, that the Delirium boss sticks around. Monstro is also a hacker and can see the invisible dudes. But I'm the one to complain. I could summon Gideon. I'm pretty sure I couldn't. Pretty sure that's not in the pool. Can I get that Tinted Rock with 1 bomb? Probably not. Is it worth it to go for that Tinted Rock with 2 bombs? Probably. Oh, nice. I was just about to say that there's the potential to find a crawl space too. D12 is the one that rerolls obstacles, and honestly, I actually kind of like that. I like it better than Delirious. Hey Granaris, if the boss guide, I should not have done that while there's still enemies around. I should have waited. If the YouTube streamage and the boss guide release have done anything for the channel, it's brought a whole new set of wonderful people in here. I've definitely been noticing an uptick in new viewers. It's lovely to have you here, everyone. You made a Tinted Rock? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point of that item. That's kind of what you're looking for with that item. But yeah, it's good to see new people here. If you're watching the live stream for the first time and watching for an extended period of time, you might realize that everything, well, not everything, but sometimes things go quite a bit slower paced here. Because I also need to take like ad breaks and shit like that. And just take the time to chat once in a while as well. Every once in a while my girlfriend comes in and says hi as well. And that usually leads to a few minutes of breaks to chat. But you know, she's probably not going to come in today actually, because she has places to be and she's just getting ready now. You might come in to say bye. But that's pretty much just going to be here sticking her head in. Petrified Poop is not actually that bad of a drop, because the dice, the D12 is going to give us the occasional poop to reroll. You know what I'm trying to say? Oh, actually, I can break this. I kept this around for some reason. The reason is probably that I didn't see it. Or didn't care enough. Bob's Curse. Okay. That's kind of like a friend. I don't know. Bomb friends. Does that count? I don't think that counts. Whatever. Let's go to the store. We have store money now, thanks to Petrified Poop and a bunch of poops in the item room. What do we got? A card against humanity. It's a crime to not take that when I have Petrified Poop, right? Like, but I really don't want to. I'm gonna take it. Whatever. Oh, do I? I don't care about Tarot Claws that much. I think my resources are good too, to the point where I don't need Humbling Bundle. I'm gonna go for the Soul Heart. I'm gonna save my money for the next shop and then look like an absolute idiot when I don't get anything for the rest of the run. Golden Poop. Is that affected by Petrified Poop? Probably not. How that would even affect it? It could give you like an additional scent or something, or I'm just gonna find that for... I think with the D12, I might genuinely keep the Petrified Poop here over the Counterfeit Penny. Seems kind of insane, but you know what? I'm gonna give some value to the Petrified Poop. I'm gonna give some value to the Petrified Poop. Yo, that was a good fight. All right, let's get a good devil deal. Oh my god. I don't think I take... Okay, so here's the thing. With my current HP, I cannot take two hard items, right? Because I could take the first one, the second one would then cost a heart and 2 soul hearts. But that super bandage also seems like a waste, because what if I find like Dead Cat? Then I would rather have the thing afterwards. The thing is, if I pick up the soul heart, I can actually pick up two hard items, have 1 heart left, and then come out and pick up the bandage. So I think the play is to pick that up and then go in and pick up the super bandage when we're done. Wow, all of that theory crafting just for it to be 3 red chests. There could be a Dead Cat in there though, to be fair. Could also be a bunch of horse shit in there. Curse of the Law. That's the second one, and we're on a bit of a soft timer here. I'm saying soft timer. That's not terrible with the Horseman. I'm saying soft timer mostly because it's really not that hard to hit Hush. But obviously when you get one lost curse after another, there's a chance. There is a chance. Get him, War! Oh boy. Yep. That's actually kind of a tough room not to get hit in when you're not prepared for it. Six bombs. Next room has to be card and D12 it. I mean, not petrified poop. It's actually pretty lucrative to just destroy the poops. I don't know. I actually kind of want to hold on to the petrified poop until I find spectral potentially. Okay, I'm actually using the dice here for now. I mean, I'm gonna get more chances. And I just want to see some more poops here to get money out of. Get him, dead bird! Heck yeah. I've destroyed the Tinner Rock. Did I? Okay, I didn't see it. Saw a bunch of rocks and decided to take them out. I mean, I have a small rock and I'm not exactly hurting for HP, so... Nyeh. do, 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 do. Ah. Okay, we're gonna dice here. Once again, I should have waited. Hey, it's a KO button. Really? You can get those from that? That's hilarious. Just an I win button for the room. I'm taking a lot of unnecessary damage here. Not a big fan of that part. I might have destroyed a Tinner Rock with that last D12 as well. Tragic. We'll never know. I kind of like the idea of D12ing and then hitting spacebar though, so I'm probably going to do that at some point down the road. Nice. That rainbow poop though. I'll be back. Potentially. Get him, War! No! I got stuck. Well. Let's go to the curse room. Sure. Guppy's Eye. A good find. I think I gotta say my favorite part I think about Guppy's Eye is the fact that you can... Actually, screw it. I'm using that room. I'm not gonna press spacebar. Maybe I'm gonna press spacebar at some point, but right now I'm not gonna press spacebar because what I actually want to do is milk that sack room. Also, I totally misremembered which door I was supposed to go through, so oops. Wrong way. Here? Wait. Wait, is that... Where did I see a sack room? Did I see a sack room? Am I going crazy? Am I going crazy, chat? I thought there was a sack room door to the right there. Huh? I'm hallucinating. So on last floor? I must have misremembered that. You know what? YOLO. Oop. YOLO! Terrible idea. Also, most of them turned into poops. What is that? Ooh. Trying too hard here to not have this take forever. And I'm taking a bunch of damage in the process, but... Man, so many of them actually turn into poops. I didn't know those spawns were like weighted and poops are much more likely to appear. At least that's what I'm concluding from what I'm seeing. Was also a lot less spectacular than I would have hoped. Unless there's something truly mind-blowing over here. Then I feel like I haven't really gained a whole lot. Although the chain reactions with the TNT barrels are fun at least. Probably some anti-stuck logic. You have a lot of faith in the developers of this game. But maybe. Who knows? I mean, there is some anti-stuck logic with like the giant bombs that make holes in the ground. So I guess it wouldn't be too surprising if there was something like that here as well. Let's arch. Thank you. Get him, famine. Would have been pretty lucrative with a humbling bundle. I mean, to be fair, I have 84 cents on Caves 1. Like, what more do I need? Time for an Isaac Prey. Gonna try Lost to Mother. You got this. Heck yeah. What an item. I could have actually pressed spacebar. I mean, I have 84 cents. Why wouldn't I buy this? Hanged Man. Hierophant. How did I miss that? Oh, that because that was a pill. Okay. My best guess is that things that can be destroyed via tears have a higher chance of being fire, poop, TNT. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Maybe there are some checks in place to make sure that you don't soft lock yourself. I don't know. Ah, and that's war hitting me. Is that 10% chance to not consume the trinket? Well, I feel like petrified poop has done its job. I've never seen golden your soul. The problem is I'm only on a 33% devil deal probability. These obstacles will only re-roll into other ones in this group. Oops, retractable spikes. Well, okay, I see. Okay, so there's groupings. I see. Interesting. So that makes D12 plus Card Against Humanity a lot less valuable. So it would have probably been just more valuable to me to destroy all the poops instead of re-rolling them. But hey, I mean, you learn something new every day. Let's kill the boss. Oh boy. Wait, there's a Tinted Rock. You want to destroy that for me? Up, up. No, up. Yeah. Come on. I shall not rest until he's gonna walk around it. Oh, because of the coin! Fine, destroying the Tinted Rock myself. Fucker. Oop. Nice scene! Thank you so much for the prime time. I appreciate it. Yo, I'm watching your stream on YouTube. Thanks for dual streaming. Appreciate you popping in to say hi. Once again, please bear with me on the YouTube stuff. Still trying to figure out how to integrate that. If at all. I mean, I do know streamers that just... I'm gonna keep the book. I think the D12 has done us a good job at this point. I don't know. I mean, there's some arguments against doing that in general, so I might just stick it to my chat being exclusively on Twitch, but we'll see about that. Man. I mean, it's not a bad run, don't get me wrong. The items are solid and the run is good the way it is. But it still feels like the game hasn't really given us a whole lot. More like the bare minimum for it to be bearable. It feels like what I have right now. It's like a nice solid run that isn't anything special. Hermit, world, I mean, might as well. I'm gonna keep the hermit. It's a nice run, no longer, don't worry, we'll get there again. Percentage damage from the stabbers. I like the tier strings. That's good. Spooter mod! And I guess habit is gonna have its applications. Oh right, I can keep both cards. I guess the habit's gonna have its applications. I mean, every once in a while, it's gonna let me use the book twice in the same room for some extra range. That good? I mean, it's not bad. We could go back and get the Necronomicon instead of the... Oh. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. It was Necronomicon, right? Oh no, it was... Monster Manuel isn't terrible either, but I like the homing quite a lot. Nice pathing. Well done. Former speedrunner right here. Alright, let's move on. Next floor, guaranteed angel or devil deal. And hopefully something good. It's another lost card. That's 3 lost curses out of 5 floors. Oh, I didn't realize there was a bajillion dudes up there. We might actually have some trouble hitting Hush here due to a combination of really unfortunate floors as well as me taking a little bit too much time. But right now we're still on a terrible pace, but we do have some catch up to do. But we're also not in the kind of situation where I can just... like, ignore item rooms and stores. Like, I'm not that strong. I don't care about cricket leg. Use this. These guys are annoying. Oh, what? Oh, brimstone. A lot of tinted rocks in this run, aren't there? Feels like there's a lot of them. I don't care about Wheel of Fortune. Nice Binky. Damocles. Well, we're gonna get Demon Baby and hope that the soul doesn't get consumed at a 10% rate. Nope, it got consumed. Bad. That's a really weak golden trinket effect, honestly. Like a 10% chance for it to be able to do its thing again. Granted, its thing is pretty strong, so you can't make it too high. I don't know. I still feel like it's a bit underwhelming. That brain... I can never tell those apart. No, that's not brainworm. It's the one that gives you a bajillion range. Don't really care about that one. I mean, it also means the next trinket we're gonna see is gonna be that again, because we didn't see the trinket. And the way trinket generation works is we have to see it to remove it from the pool. Okay. One very nice thing about Guppy's Eye is that I know exactly if I want to fight the challenge room or not. Have I been to the item room? I'm completely blanking here. Have I been to the item room in the store, chat? The Habit and Spider mod came from last floor, right? Yeah. I don't see an item that's from the item room either. I could use the Hermit, but then I won't know where I am. So, I don't know. That doesn't seem particularly useful either. I must have missed a door somewhere. I'm running kind of low on time, but I mean, if worst comes to worst, I guess we're gonna go to Big D. Twitch chat likes those Hunnons. They're hype anyway. Although this is not exactly the kind of build I would like to take to Big D, so how about we still, like, hurry a lot. That room's kind of tough, not gonna lie. At least to do fast. Don't be greedy. Fucker. Dude, did you see the work that was put in there by Backstabber? That was some exquisite damage. Okay, finally. These guys are kind of annoying. The book is extremely good against Big D, especially in combination with the Habit. But I'd still prefer not to. This was the right way, right? Yeah. Okay, here's what I want. Spawn me right next to challenge room because I want to use that Hermit card as soon as I spawn into this floor. Might as well check one room to see if there's a challenge room. It's a boss challenge room though. That doesn't really help too much. Oh. Well, we're trying to get to the Hush floors, so I don't think I want to put my money into the dono machine. I was about to say I would like to find the item room still. So honestly, this could, if this is also the path to the boss, this really couldn't have gone better. Oh. Well, I could have found a good item in the item room instead of ball and chain. Instead of ye old ball and chain. Hey, Meatball One, welcome. Well, straight to mom. Good floor. This is going to help immensely in our race to make Hush. I don't really have damage against bosses a whole lot, huh? To be fair, it's kind of hard to hit mom from behind, which is where most of my damage comes from right now. What? You know what would make this build go absolutely off the charts? Blue Baby Run, we take this. You know what would make this build completely go off the charts is piercing, because it makes Backstabber hit like crazy. Okay, XL floor is a perfect opportunity here to still hit Hush. I just need to find that boss door. Yeah, I have 6.5 minutes to get the Hush, so I didn't really have time to milk that card. That being said, I also didn't have time to do a lot of the other stuff that I've done this run, so yet here I am. Well, that's Tapeworm. Well, I mean, I don't have a trinket anymore. Hi! How's it going? Okay, I'm going to use the book on the first boss because you don't really need homing on Mom's Heart. And this way... Wow. And this way I'm going to have... I'm gonna have the book back up right after Mom's Heart to be used on Hush. Or I just get hit here, you know, and have the book anyway. You skip 2, you can just use them. And if it's not a crane game, you just skip doing anything. Can crane games even come out of those cards? I don't think I've ever seen that. Insane luck. No, that was all skill. Only a true one can beeline to Mom's Heart like that on an XL curse. To be fair, doing this in 4 minutes wasn't completely out of the ordinary. Like, womb floors tend to go by a lot faster than the early game floors simply because you don't look for an item room in a store in them. Yep, this is definitely hitting her from behind. Oh boy. I'll just tank one. I have 4 minutes. I can look around a bit. Hey, there's that dead cat I was talking about. I have Polaroid, right? Adrenaline. Oh, do I even want to take the dead cat now? I think the damage is not that important, but the hearts kind of are. So I'd rather have 3 full hearts. But I don't have 3 full hearts right now. I'll take the dead cat, and then I'm going to use the last 3.5 minutes to potentially, hopefully, find a curse room somewhere close by. I'm probably going to use that Temperance card before moving on, though, to get on Polaroid proc, because that seems good. I can get on... There's a half heart in there, too. I can get on Polaroid proc in there without the loss of any hits. So... As if you'd need more than 5 hits through Hush. Come on, what? Have you ever seen me play? Depending on the mood, I'm gonna need anything between 0 and 24 hits for Hush. That tapeworm is actually surprisingly useful now with all that range. Range is pretty good against Hush. I've seen the Mantle and Wafer run on YouTube recently. Well, to be fair, if I have Mantle, Wafer, I'm gonna play like I'm immortal. Because frankly, I am. Like... Like, add a meat cube to the mix, and I'm just gonna melee TF out of everything. Seriously. Magician card is a bit useless. Is this the Super Secret Room? I don't usually look for the Super Secret Room on XL floors because they're impossible to find, but this just screams Super Secret Room somehow. Nope. Okay, I still want to play that Blood Bank once and pick up the half heart, so I think we're gonna go to the boss room now. And just do the thing and then move on. I have a Fool card and I have a Hanged Man card, both of which notably don't do a whole lot against Hush. There is one grounded hazard in the Hush floor towards the end of the fight, but it's only slippery floor. And not like actually damaging creep. So I'm not particularly impressed by the idea of using the Hanged Man on Hush. I did not mean to do that. Luckily, I still have another half heart there, so... And enough time to do this. I could have farmed Tonsil, I could have, but 52 seconds to spare. I mean, I don't know, it was right there, so... Oh my god, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get mazed into the hush fight, am I? Sure. Occasional poison doesn't seem bad. 8-inch nails? Sure. Actually, I don't even need to use bombs. I can do this. Unfortunately, it's gonna take flippin' forever to do. Actually, that's not too bad. I thought it was gonna take way longer. Yeah, I thought this was gonna be way worse. Yeah, see, this is more like how I thought this was gonna go. Gara flies? I don't think so. Don't pick up a heart. I'm gonna need a dono. Oh yeah, right. Good idea. I'm gonna need a dono, chat. No, I'm gonna do the dono machine real quick before we go in there. It's a good thing I unintentionally had to take that break to check something, because otherwise I totally would have forgotten about that. That was a lot of money too. I'm gonna take a real quick break. I'll be right back, and then we're gonna be fighting Hush. All right, we can do Hush real quick, and then we're gonna have to step away again. Maybe if I'm quick enough, I can actually finish the run. But yeah, let's do it. Card ready. We got some 8-inch nails to help out, as well as the little horn. You know, things are looking pretty good. And you know, we also have Backstabber, which is fantastic for any boss, especially those with... The more boss armor they have, the more cracked Backstabber is. I was gonna say it's great for those bosses with boss armor, but then mid-sentence I remembered, oh shit, that's all of them now. Oh shit, I was reading chat. Right, he fires projectiles at you. That's a thing the boss does. Can I go to like the left and get more backstabs? I can. Also, shoutouts to the ball and chain. Blocking shots as of repentance. Fantastic. Wooden item. Brother Solutions IRL. Sorry, Twitch chat has ruined that term for me years ago. I like to tell this story every once in a while. I'm sure a few of you guys have heard it multiple times already, but there was a day back in the early days of Twitch when basically every streamer tried to give their viewer base a fancy name, right? And everyone came like up with a name for their subscriber base. You know, I thought to myself, what could I name my subscribers? And I was like, the solution, because, you know, problems, solution. Right. And then a very angry viewer accused me of being a Nazi because I'm German and I shouldn't be using the name solution because the Nazis called their end goal the final solution. It was genuinely one of the dumbest interactions that I've ever had on the internet, but it's kind of ruined that name for me. I mean, I can laugh about it now, but like, it was genuinely so stupid. Like, this is why we can't have nice things. It also makes me genuinely wonder nowadays, like how genuinely fucked up someone's life has to be. Oh, really? The one time I stand still. How genuinely wrong someone's life, or how hard someone's situation must be to conclude that instead of, you know, coming from problems to solutions. It's crazy. Okay, I'm done here. Just wanted to make sure. This is a blue baby run, right? And I have the Polaroid, so we go this way. Some people... I like to compare it to like traffic, where some people get in their car expecting to be angry, right? Like, everyone knows the type. Like, there's some people who just not be driving cars because they have massive anger issues, and you just know that they get in a car expecting to be angry. I think in the same vein, there's people who just go on the internet to find shit to be mad about, right? I think I like the heart better than the Polaroid proc. So yeah, like, they just go online looking to be angry and starting shit. And that is the result. Spider-Man free win, GG. That's why I started talking about other stuff. Because the run is basically solved anyway by virtue of Spider-Man. Man, I sure jumped into that tier. Can I get an Emperor card, please? Hierophant. Also good. The Hierophant. You come here to start shit with Misachiever? I mean, that's a noble cause. Is that here, perchance? It is? Guppy peas! Haven't seen Miss in a few weeks. Is he okay? I don't think it's been a few weeks. He hasn't been here in a bit though. That's very true. Has he ever been okay? I mean, asking the right questions here. By taking sad bombs, you remove it from the pool as you find from the chest. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Wasn't he in one of the recent videos? I do appreciate how Misachiever at this point is genre defining. Was there a quarter in that pot? Okay. Genre defining, you know? I might as well make 2 different playlists of YouTube with runs featuring Misachiever and runs not featuring Misachiever. Truly the main event of the run. Close. You probably knew that already though. I mean, I did, but it's okay. All my homies hate Misachiever. All my Misachievers hate homies. As per usual, I expertly saved the card for the Isaac fight and missed about 5 different opportunities of actually using it in a very efficient way. Yep. I'm the kind of die. I said it twice. I'm the kind of guy that dies with like a full inventory. And then wonders how he didn't win the fight. That's me. Like, I'm not kidding, no kidding. If you ever see me as like a lootable target in any online game, absolutely kill me, because you'll just know I have a bunch of goodies on me. Grant you a transformation that allows you to fly. I've heard rumors. Okay, sorry. Like I said, I'm gonna have to take one more quick break. Bookworm. And then we're gonna finish the chest here. All right, here we go again. Let's finish this up, chat. Gracefully. Check Discord for the anger issues. I can do it in the ad break. Is there pride in this room? I think there's pride in this room. Yep, there's definitely pride in this room. Let's kill pride last. Maybe we can get a second death cut. I'm pretty sure that makes me guppy. If I can find that. Pretty sure that makes me guppy. Infestation 2 is nice. Okay, deliberately didn't use the book last room because I wanted to kill Pride last. Obviously, I'm going to use it here. I refuse to waste my book charges any longer. I'm a changed man. That was a bit of an unnecessary book use, not gonna lie. And again, I didn't need a tier, so I guess it works. Hey Wesker, welcome to the stream. It is the poop man. It is the dead man. That's another dead man. There we go. You know what? I'm not gonna do the victory lap to delirium here though, because the run's been kind of dicey all around, right? Like with a solid void, I could definitely beat delirium, but I think we're fine here. If you enjoyed this kind of run, make sure to leave a like and a sub on the video, as is an easy way to support me. And if you want to see more of my content, there is a video on screen right now that YouTube thinks you might enjoy, so go check it out, and I'll see you in the next one. GG. You know, I should specify that that's going to be relevant in like the cut video on YouTube, because now that I'm actually streaming to YouTube as well, obviously on the YouTube live stream there isn't a thing up there, so I don't know. Anyway, quick ad break and then we're gonna do another. That is, as always, to turn off pre-roll ads for the Twitch viewers. I don't know if such a thing actually exists on YouTube as well. But the point is, if I play ads every hour, then you're not going to have pre-roll ads if you join into the stream. Thus, creating a ad-free experience while I'm on a run. You're never going to see ads during gameplay on this channel, so I hope you can live with the fact that I'm going to play them after every run, because, you know, Daddy's going to pay his bills somehow as well. But yeah, I'll be right back. Alrighty, here we go again. I'm happy to say that I took care of everything I had to take care of during that ad break, so the next few runs should be without any interruptions. Anyway, have I been to Weeb Dungeon today? Yes, I saw your message. I watched like the first 5 minutes of that video. And then I decided it didn't interest me enough to finish watching it, but I still appreciate you sharing it. Thank you for thinking of me. Alrighty. Uh-oh. It's another day of the Crying Baby game. The streak is at 41. We have Lemon Party. Is it Lemon Party? Free lemonade. Right. Lemon Party is the pill. And we've got Soap for some tier 8, which is good because our starting stats were absolutely abysmal. It's a cursed lamb run as per usual. We have very low starting damage, and we have slightly above average starting tier rate with the Soap. So this is not great. Well, Lemonade sure made that room free. I'm not taking those. Okay, I mean, that's good. That can protect me. But yeah, 1 heart starts, always scary. Gonna have to lock in. Until we find the promised soul heart. Samson's log is okay. I mean, it's better than not having a trinket. How about a random 3-cent soul heart? A 5-cent soul heart. If I had bigger balls, I could get the 2 cents behind the spikes and then go and buy the soul heart. But I don't. I feel like the chances of me dying to those spikes are higher than the chances of me dying to any random room before finding a bomb to blow up the donation machine or 2 more cents. If I could randomly get 18 cents out of this, I could buy the red stew and the heart. But I don't even know you can get 18 cents out of that machine. I could buy the card. I could also first see if I get the money for the red stew, maybe. Red stew, this is like the perfect situation for red stew. Because we're starting with okay tier rate, we're starting with bad damage, and we kind of just need something that gets us through the early game, which red stew is fantastic at. I would be very excited to be picking up that red stew. I hope it's a grounded boss, like Monstro or something, because the free lemonade is going to completely trivialize a grounded boss. I sincerely hope it's not him, because this is not a great build to fight the Headless Horseman with. 6 to 14 coins is the range. Well, I couldn't have gotten 18 then. I could have gotten like a nickel from the shopkeeper, I guess. Okay, definitely keeping the free lemonade for the boss fight. Even though there's a decent chance that it's not going to do anything, because there are some floating bosses. But, you know. Well, that's not one of them. Free lemonade actually going to be kind of decent here. The problem is, this guy's pattern is completely random, so like, there was a chance that you just wouldn't walk in. But it's fine. That's not the kind of trinket you want to see, or the kind of item you want to see from your boss when the run is like this. I also forgot to go back for the card, so good job me. Could have died there due to lack of cards. But it's like a lovers or something, I guess. Wheel of Fortune. That's even worse than lovers. I feel like the game knows when you have lemonade items and gives you flying bosses. You sure about that? Do we think so? Nice. It was merciful this time. Game thought this is gonna be hard enough. Man, I am rusty AF. Isaac is definitely a game that you get rusty at a lot when you don't play it. The rust for this game is real. This feels like with my luck. Oh no, I get you. The game does know. But sometimes the game also shows mercy. Well, this is easy. I like free lemonade. I'm a huge fan of lemon mishap too. I think they're actually pretty underrated items. Like lemon mishap, no joke, takes like a quarter off of Isaac and Blue Baby's health. Like the boss fights. It's actually really good. Good item. I mean, it's not bad. I'm never gonna be mad about a damage up. Have I played Isaac with controller at all? No, and I'll tell you why. Flash Isaac didn't have controller support. You would have had to use external software like Joy2Key or something like that, which I wasn't aware of existed at the time. And by the time Rebirth came out, I had like over 1,000 hours in Flash Isaac with keyboard. So I never really bothered to learn that. Which I realize once again boils down to I don't want to try the new thing, even though it might be better. But I also think I've proven that I am perfectly fine playing this game with keyboard. I don't know. I don't really think you have a particularly big advantage in this game either with controller. I think the... what am I trying to say here? I think the advantage in games like Brotato or something is much bigger from playing with controller. Okay, I currently have 2 hearts, so I don't really see the need to go in there, or the benefit, really. So I guess we're going Angel Rooms. And I have 3 keys, so I think I'm gonna go back for the dice room. Maybe I can get a 5. Between Soap and Blood of the Martyr, I don't think I want to actually reroll my items. I don't think that's smart. But a 5 room would be hype. I am absolutely gonna accidentally reroll my stuff, am I? Okay. That was good, actually. That was surprisingly good. Just came here to say thanks for streaming on YouTube. Hey, no problem. It took me a while to figure that one out, but the feedback shows that's actually a really great time for options. The feedback shows that people appreciate the YouTube streams. It would have sucked for speedrunning. There's no R key on the controller. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you would have had to use Joy2Key to map R key to your controller somewhere. I don't think that would have been the problem. There's external software that lets you do that, but... Oh no! That could have ended badly. Okay, this item room is gonna be a banger. Watch. I can feel it. I just know. Actually, literally a banger. Yeah, not what I was thinking about when I called banger, but sure. I mean, 10 bombs are actually pretty strong. Battle bombs are very underutilized. You really only learn to appreciate the value of your bombs when you have a really bad build. Oh. No. Why me? No! Dude, that's gonna take like 3 minutes. Well, I can confidently say that that's the worst thing that's happened to me today. Didn't realize it was already splitting, Jesus. You know, if I were to make a mid-boss guide, I would 100% recommend you to always focus fire one dude on Envy and try to split him as little as possible. Oh, Samson's Lock! The value! You know, take him out one by one. Don't make him split too much, because otherwise you're just gonna get overrun. It's like with Teratoma, right? Or Fistula. Always focus fire one dude. I think this is going to take way more than 3 minutes. I didn't look at the time, but this is excessive. This guy still splits 2 times, by the way. Just in case you thought it was almost over. Whee! Close. Alright, second Samson's Lock proc. Speaking of, how is the boss guy doing? Yeah, about 6k seems about right at the moment. Just a little under. The thing is, like, right now, the boss guide, because it's like new and novel and stuff, and people are actually apparently clicking on it, the YouTube algorithm is still spreading it around, right? But like, the boss guide was always meant to be what we call search-based content, right? Like shit that shows up when you look for Binding of Isaac guides. So its real numbers are really going to come in over the months, like when the algorithm stops pushing it. And I'm going to see like how many people are going to find it through YouTube search. Wait, it can spawn a claw game. We just talked about that. I'm not going to play the claw game for my little unicorn, but you know. Magician question mark. That is a good card. That's a fantastic card. It's a 1% chance? Well, leave it to me to hit that. Oh, I really need some help. I think we're gonna need more help than that. Yo! Free lemonade! What an item. Except here. Shops appear in Woman Corpse. I like Samson's Lock here, and I feel like it's doing enough to the point where I actually want to keep it around, so I'm gonna take the bomb even though I already have 16 of them. I mean, with a build like this, you can really never have enough bombs. Like, we're gonna be bombing the boss fights a lot. Like, a buttload. This is the kind of room, this is the kind of run where I'm genuinely excited to have 17 bombs on me. Okay, I think this is the point where we want to conserve the lemonade. Because it's going to absolutely go ham on, like, the Gerties. I don't know if Mega Maw is actually grounded. But I guess if it is, then Red Maw is, like, a big reason to save that lemonade. Now you get that Hanged Man card from last run. Nice. This one. I really shouldn't. It's actually there. blow up for a higher chance or play for a potential health up? Probably the health up, right? Do I like eating fish, not counting sushi? There was a lot of self-discovery in my fish journey, actually, because my mom, when I was a kid, like, she would make fish once a week. And she would most of the time make like that baked fish, like baked fish with like a crust, breaded and baked, right? I think you know what I mean. And I grew up always thinking that I like hated fish. But as I grew up and made my own food, at some point I realized, no, I don't. I actually just hate baked fish. But all other kinds of fish are fine. So to answer your question, I like most fish. But not if it's baked. Although I had fish and chips from those like standard fish and chip shops when I was in England, right? And that was actually pretty good. So maybe I only didn't like my mom's baked fish. Which would be surprising because my mom is actually an excellent cook. And I love her food. But not that one. I don't want perfection. You know how it is. You don't get hit for 3 floors and then you pick up perfection and you lose in the first room. Plus, it doesn't really do anything right now either. Like, I have no items that scale off of it. So yeah, I would get a few more drops, but I have more options to take care of it. So it doesn't really make sense to take that with us. Did that arm come out of the ground instead of a crack? The lemon stuff tends to hide the cracks a bit. I think I want the nickel actually instead of a chest. Jesus. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. I missed the top guy. Wait, I missed the bottom guy too? What? He's clearly on top of the man. Now it... oh, that's a tough choice. I'll take the soul art. I don't care about humbling model, to be honest. I'm just gonna buy a heart. I don't... When you have 20 cents, 20 bombs, like, you really don't need that. Sure, I only have 3 keys, but... That's also the resource I'm probably going to need the least of. Why wasn't the puddle drained as well? It's a magic puddle. I meant to open the chest. Whoops. It actually came out of the hole, the puddle. Oh no. Oh yes. It's a good thing that champions don't always summon champions, huh? These guys are notably not on the ground. Sure, let's do it. Ah, he's flying. But the little dudes that come out at the very end aren't flying. This is actually a very rare case of where I want to split this guy as fast and as much as possible. Don't try this at home though, kids. It's always safer to split them one by one. But I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. This strategy is not for the faint of heart. I really like that item. Would have been nice to have that one before Fistula because it would be filled now, but sure. Living on the edge. Ah, relax. I know what I'm doing. A case of do as I say, not as I do. Tell you what, when you have 3,000 hours at this game, you can do as I do. Like, I feel like that's kind of the key difference maker in this case. I don't know. Okay, maybe you shouldn't do as I do in general. I like Found Soul. That item's good. I'm okay with God's Flesh, but it's not a great item. Damage! How did he... Oh, the little guy moves at full speed while I get slowed down by the urn. Well, that's a terrible combo. I'm not going to do that. Poor dude. I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, basically what happens is you have to like move in the direction that you shoot flames in order to stay in place, right? Because the urn knocks you back. But then if I'm holding in a direction, like the little guy still moves at full speed while I'm getting pushed back, so we get desynced. And because you usually point the urn directly at an enemy, that makes the little guy run straight into the enemy. I don't know, it's just a tough time to be a Found Soul. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea how much HP I have, so I'm not gonna play that. I think I'm at 2.5 hearts. In which case, I also don't want to play that. But I don't know for sure. Sniped or dying to unexpected circumstances. I don't know. I've had some really successful Found Soul runs. Because you can do a lot of fun stuff with that item too. But this doesn't seem the time or the place for Found Soul. No! That was so rude. Like, that fly bumped into the enemy and then turned around unexpectedly. And I took damage for it. That is... That's a certified rude boy moment from the game, seriously. Did I ever use Mom's ring to pick up Host Skull from it? I'm not sure what the question is here. Like, I'm not sure what you're referring to exactly. You only got 2,999 hours. It's okay. Open up the game, leave it running for... I have way more than 2.5 hearts. Where did all that health come from? That's the second run in a row with Damocles. I think I like Bloody Lust. Ah, I have to play twice. Sad. Pick up the skull off the host. Oh, can you do that? I think that adequately answers your question too. Oh. Nice. I'm not gonna bomb every rock looking for a crawl space, but when I see bigger clusters, I'm probably gonna blow them up. Oh, hi. Okay, well. Nice. What an item. And the best part is all it takes is like one room with flies and spiders and suddenly the urn is just completely filled again. Like it... Oh yeah, these guys, exactly. That's exactly the enemy I was thinking of, actually. Just... Yikes. Hello, Seam. Is this Tearn? This is definitely Tearn. Look how Ernie this is. Such Ern. I don't even care about those coins. Mom's box. Or box of friends. I don't really care about that. What mic do I got? I don't know the model number. The company is Shure. Or Shuri? I don't actually even know how it's pronounced. So it was recommended to me by a friend, and I see this on like every other content creator stream or YouTube video. It's a... Because it's a pretty inexpensive and fairly high quality mic. Like, it's actually just a very, very good mic relative to what it costs. Does earn damage depend on ISAC damage? No, the flames do fixed damage. I'm pretty sure. Earn damage should depend on the HP of the murdered enemy that fed it. That's an excellent idea, actually. That would probably take months to program, if I had to guess. Keep in mind, I know nothing about programming. Looking to buy one, that's why I'm asking. It sounds great. It's a good mic. I would recommend it. And again, I see this exact mic on like so many YouTube streams and Twitch streams and YouTube videos. I think that speaks for its quality. Heavily depends on how it's set up. Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta set up a mic properly, but... I feel like that's still not rocket science. Should be able to figure that out, or like Google a halfway decent tutorial for it. Or ask ChatGPT, as the kids do these days. Does the earn damage depend on if it's the last earn or the first earn of the day? The earn does not discriminate against its fellow earns, for it will always do the same amount of damage to anyone. Wish I had the power bracelet now so I could rip that guy's head off. A dime? Hey look, free earn refill. Although it was already full anyway. I haven't seen the item room yet, have I? I don't think I have. If you played Oracle of Ages on stream, as I previously suggested, you would have the power bracelet. True. But I also wouldn't have those turret guys from the Binding of Isaac game that I could use the power bracelet on. Could be anywhere from 10 minutes to days of programming, just based on my experience. I would have to go with days. Dead. Steps 2. Yes. Wow, I just let him do that. That's good. Although I feel like that doesn't really improve my capabilities to clear rooms. How did that not blow up in my face? What did I miss there? I don't care about this room. Although I really shouldn't. I thought it could be there. Okay, let's... Do I actually try and find the super secret room here? That seems kind of asinine. Oh, it's here. I mean, who knows? If I'm down to 1 heart at some point, you'll know that that made the difference. Lambron, so we take the bad photo. I don't like that item. I'm sorry. Is there any item that uses the enemy's health for anything? I mean, I guess bleeding, like from Backstabber, deals percentage damage, right? Straw, yeah. Basically any item where I'm always like, oh my god, it's percentage damage. Are we gonna see Mugenics streams here? Yes. Isn't it if your health is damage? It just does X% of your health as damage. I'm gonna take surprisingly long to be able to kill Pin here. To be fair, I could use the urn, but I would like to get that charge. Oh, the stone men block the fires. Also iconic that I get hit as soon as I turn off the urn. Nice. To maybe convince me it's good. I mean, I'm not convinced it's good, but I'm gonna give it a fair chance. I love that you can open stone chests without actually despawning the other item. The sun. Magic Scab. I think it's time to amend my earlier statement. This run is a blazer of a run, not a banger. This is certainly not the strongest run I've ever played. I mean, it's reasonably safe because we have the urn, but that's pretty much about it. That's the run. Really, that's it. That's the run, is the urn. I did have one free play with that heart, so I figured I'd use that. Why me? I was planning on using the sun in the dark room anyway, so that's not really that big of a deal, but we're still gonna have to deal with the bigger floor now. Get them boiled, baby. Yeah, enemies killed by any means fill the urn. As long as you have it. This is unfair. My urn can't block lasers. Don't do that. I don't care about this. Really hope I'm not going to regret this, but there's the chance for greatness here with that crystal key, which just isn't there with Mom's Pearl. I don't think that really helps. Oh my god, the double kill, easy. Oh yeah, you blocked them shots, game. Easy. Good room, good room, good room. Book of Satanic Bible instead of urn. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't think so. Man, this run really is not great. This run is really not great. Do I use the sun here in fear of a lost curse on the next floor? I don't think I do. Oh boy. Do I use the sun in fear of these invisible dudes here? Okay. Wait. Oh. Small guy. Good thing you only gotta deal with the lamp. Yeah, I mean, from our experience, the lamp really isn't the problem. The problem is getting to the lamp. Because for some reason, it hasn't happened in a while, but my lamp runs are notorious for being cursed. Sure. Huh. Notorious L. Common LL. Gamer curse increases with 1 runs. I didn't know that was a thing, but maybe. We're in that beautifully awkward position again. Where I would like to find the Ultra Secret Room, but the game is just not giving me opportunities by not spawning any red rooms. Although maybe the game is trying to help me, because I'm not sure clearing more shield rooms is the answer to my dilemma here. It feels like a potential answer, but maybe it's not the answer I should be taking. I don't think it can be here. Oh, with that curse room there, it 100% can't be. Huge. Okay, not the room I was hoping for, but we have 24 keys. Of course, I'm gonna peek inside. No, it's not the saddest 6 room I've ever seen. I'm definitely playing you. I'm too scared of losing like all my health from that 6. Good damage. Maybe a reroll. It's not the worst situation for a reroll, but I generally only take them if I am really desperate. Okay, if I walk into Satan's feet a few more times, then I might be. I'm doing it without it. Please don't be lost curse. Please do not be lost curse. Unknown curse, okay. That's not that bad. Nope. Yes. That's a lot of Headless Horseman. It's actually only 1 Headless Horseman and 3 additional heads. Actually, that's kind of a tough choice. Random item or a trinket that solves me 2 rooms. Tier rate is less than 3, sounds about right. Wasn't that last one conjoined? Yeah, but I also don't want to spend all my soul hearts on that. Doesn't seem like a tough choice for me. I feel like your first instinct would be to take the chest, but I think this is like the obvious one. Oh, why would you fire? That was my fault. Oh. Right. This could be the Ultra Secret Room. Actually, no, this couldn't have been the Ultra Secret Room. That was just useless. That was just absolutely a waste of my time and potentially my HP. Now, I didn't get hit, so it wasn't a waste of my HP, but still. That's a bit of move speed. I'm never opposed to that. This is a fine room. Especially with the urn. Ah! Ah! Can I get my sun card back? Huh? This is not terrible. Double red shit is okay. Guys tend to spawn so many spiders that I should just be able to go ham with the urn here and still have it filled up for the lamb fight. That's a ghost chest. Metronome. No! What even pushed that? Also, thanks, Celtic Cross. One down. No! Uh-oh. Shoutouts to Bombs. Oh, if you enjoyed this kind of run, make sure to leave a like and a sub on the video, as it's an easy way to support me. And if you want to see more of my content, there's a video on screen right now that YouTube thinks you might enjoy, so go check it out. And I'll see you in the next one. GG. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we're gonna do a quick ad break, and then I'm gonna do another BRB. Okay, here we go again. We're gonna do one more run. And then call it a day. Let's get one more easy one. Because that last one I definitely had to work for. Oh god, it's a mother run. Okay. Alrighty, it's another day of the Crying Baby game. The streak is at 42. We have a Guardian Angel and we have a Book of Sin. It's a pretty decent start, actually. We have 2 hearts to start with, better than 1. And we have abysmal tier rate and slightly above average damage. So overall, pretty bad on the starting DPS spectrum. We're also going to Mother. Okay, I do have a double pill now, but if it's bad trip, that's kind of bad. So I think I'm gonna hold off on taking that for now. Of course, there's no soul hearts in that Tenor Rock. Oh. Hello, Mother. Well, let's see how this one goes. Lovers. Soul Heart. Puberty pill. That's 2 puberty pills then. I mean, sure. My ticket onto the alt path, that key. What the? Okay. Alright then, game. I see how it is. Sun card. That's a good card. Although I'm very tempted to just use that to kill the Duke of Flies because the flies here are kind of tough for me to crowd control. Or I shouldn't say tough, I should say annoying. That's really what it is, but this seems to be working fine. Pill believers assemble. I mean, we've taken 2 pills, or we've taken 1 unique pill so far. Binky is good. Binky is very good. And I'm probably going to be wanting to use the Sun card soon. Well, maybe not here, but like in general, I want to be using it soon. Goron spirits show me this is going to be a dark bum run. Oh. Interesting. Pupula Duplex is fine. Our tiers are now wider, and more importantly, it's Spectral. Spectral is very good. Spectral is the exciting bit about Pupila Duplex. Oh, hi. Probably gonna use that against the boss. And then come back for the Sun card. I expected a D's nuts joke, please. The community is way more mature than that. Unless Miss Achiever is here. I'm so tempted to use the Soul of Azazel right now because the boss room is probably one room away from here, but the problem is if I pick the wrong one of these two rooms, I'm not gonna make it. The thing is, the boss could also be Wormwood, in which case I would want to use the Soul of Azazel. Like, as I enter. I'm risking it. Huh? Oh my god. Okay, it's Min, that's fine. Stapler, do I want to go in there with 3.5 hearts? I don't think I do. Maybe make a pill taker strategy video. Should I open that? Have I been to the item room? Oh, risking it. Oh, yikes. A pill taker strategy video. I mean, my pill taking strategy is don't take pills. Like 99% of the time. I'm not sure if that video would be particularly exciting. Like, I don't know. Oh, really? It's not there? I can't just use my bombs all willy-nilly either. Because I need to stay on the alt path after this. Although I can do it after Caves 1 as well. Can I can do this, right? This is possible. Yeah. Good enough. I should totally blow up that tinner rock, shouldn't I? What is this floor? How is this so big? I mean, I understand it's Curse of the Lost, but this still seems excessive. Have I been to the item room? Apparently. Yeah, I've been at the item room, like, right at the start, now that I'm thinking about it. Well, we, blow up Demon Beggar for a chance. We've already beaten the boss. Right, we've been at the item room. Bob heading home might freeze. How about you don't? I was worried there'd be a 15-cent item I want, but I think it was still too tempting to peek inside. Oh right, Pupilla Duplex. Right. Okay, we're sun carding here. I think. I'm gonna need a lot of bombs if I want to accomplish everything on this floor. If I had, yeah, dude, the mirror is all the way on the bottom. Like, we have a really long clear to the item room from the mirror here. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be dirty. Because the mirror room has to be here. Huh. Oh god, and we're gonna have to get through this room. This is not gonna be great. Might as well clear the mirror boss then. No, I'm not risking that. Fighting that as loss is really just another potential source of death that you should probably be avoiding. We should add Henry to the wheel. Dude, every run I start, I am praying to RNGesus that I get to run into Henry. I've never... Oops. Sorry, I just bumped my mic. I've never run into Henry. Well, at least my bomb needs are sorted out. Okay. I mean, if I do that, it's going to be an easy kill. Maybe I will do it for once, for the fans. If I get there, there were some rooms that Lost really doesn't appreciate on the way to that. On the way to that item room. Like, this might legitimately get ugly. I want to open that. Question card. World card. Okay. Will I play Mugenics? Yes. Wait, why didn't I go to the... Ah. Okay, pearls is cool. You have cake? I'm jealous. Man, this is not going to be a comfortable mirror realm. Not at all. Oh no. This is going to be a very uncomfortable mirror realm. Pandora's box gives me 2 keys and 2 bombs. Seems a bit steep for 15 cents. I'm gonna buy that and just blow up the machine, I think. Chaos. Y'all know I can never say no to a good chaos. That could actually save my life in the mirror realm. So I press Q if I ever get hit, right? That's the general strategy here. Yeah, I'm taking this chariot card to the mirror boss. Assuming I make it there without wasting it, you know. Frenchy Fish, thanks so much for the prime time and the 6 months of support. I appreciate it. Scary. Wait, why did that one guy dive back under again? Oh! The shop did have a restock machine, yeah. I only have 13 cents though. I really dislike doing this, but that one was for the fans. Great. Well, we did get a butt knife out of it, I guess. I mean, there's not really anything to gain here, but I mean, there is a universe, I guess, in which I blow up the machine and I get 2 cents. Yeah, there's a dude with nickels in his eyes, too. Jello. Or contract from below. I don't really care about either of these. Not with how many shops I'm still seeing under Chaos. I mean, Jello is cool and all, but I think the book is fine for now, and I kind of want to try and high roll with the Chaos. First stream ever from a super long time YouTube viewer. Hey, Riley. Good to see you. Welcome. Okay, well, I want to take the world card with me over the chariot card. The chariot card was just to have an oh shit button on hand in case I get hit in the mirror realm. That is not my world card. It's in the shop, isn't it? Gotta be in the shop. Sure. That's the puberty pill, is it? I don't think so. All right, we got half a knife floating behind us. We got another full knife sticking out of our butts. Looks like we're well prepared for the upcoming floor. The world. I thought that was looping for a second. What is this floor? The poop and plop. Wow, what a genuinely terrible sack room. Imagine how great this could have been without Chaos, because I would have gotten 2 golden chest items here. This is the case for the butt knife. I just deployed it in a very unoptimal way there. I don't want to take plop. I hate that item. I don't think it's good. Been a long time YouTube watcher, glad to finally catch you live. There's so many people recently coming over from YouTube. Not that I mind, quite the contrary. I'm glad to have you all here. I hope you enjoy your time. Uh-oh. Death card. Not bad. Devil and Chariot. Well, we gotta use some of these. Actually, I want to use the death card in like the slightly longer room. That is not a well executed death card, I have to say. Chaos attracted the YouTube watchers. That's gotta be it. Would you rather start with pop or lacryphagy? By the way, shoutouts to the people that taught me how to pronounce that word. Probably rather with lacryphagy. And not just because of recency bias. I think lacryphagy is ultimately still a bit easier to use. Holy water is fantastic. What an item. We did have a lacryphagy start last Tuesday, and it turned out to be really, really good. Although that item is very much hit or miss. In that sometimes it's just going to be dog water. I mean, I don't have a trinket, so... What do we got? Is that Lost Fly? Or is... I like Lost Fly. I know I said something about high rolling, but... I can't say no to Lost Fly. Alright, time for my favorite boss. Never mind. Do, 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 do. Dead dove, sure. That's a good item. No objections here. Lost fly is a high roll to me. I love lost flies, so yeah, I'm on board with that. That's a good item. I think it's not necessarily what people think of when I talk about high rolls, though. It's not what I thought of when I was talking about a high roll, but it sure works for me. Yeah, both Pop and Lacrophagy have some synergies that make him incredible. But a lot of the time, those items are just very underwhelming. Yo, chat, you want to see me get a magic mushroom from these mushrooms? I would have liked to see me get that too, but it shan't be. Probably the best fly, maybe behind Sci-Fly. Not entirely sure. Oops. Forgot about the key. I wouldn't outright reject the suggestion, though. Lost fly is a good fly. What is my favorite bad item? Are we talking like flat out bad? Or just like bad to most of the community? Because if it's the latter, I'm gonna have to go with guillotine. If we go with like generally bad item, favorite bad item, this is gonna be controversial, probably because I never take this in a run, but I actually believe Cursed Eye is really, really good and is an item that you actually can get a lot of advantage out of the better you are at the game. Like, it's a genuinely good item that I think I'm most of the time just too afraid to pick up. But it's good. Like, if you know what to do, it gives you so much damage. And we've had runs in Eden Roulette where I started with Cursed Eye and I won pretty handily. Wiz is fun. Wiz has its moments as well, but I don't know. Just doesn't strike a chord with me the way Cursed Eye does. Favorite item is Book of Revs, and that's such a mid item. It's so mid. Book of Revs? What? I mean, Book of Revs itself is mid, but it supplies you with meat cubes. That's pretty good. I mean, the reason I get excited about Book of Revs is not the Book of Revs, it's the fact that I'm gonna get a bunch of meat cubes. And I don't even stack meat cubes optimally these days. Normally you're supposed to stop after 2, but I usually just keep taking them. But like level 2 meat cube is really where it's at. Prop's favorite item is Book of Revs. Yeah, my favorite item is Prism. Like my absolute favorite item. And the second favorite is probably Busted Crown. But yeah, I'm a big Prism believer. Alright, let's get the stupid thing out of the way. Book of Revelations is Soul Heart Generator, plus you'll always be fighting a horseman at the end of the floor. I'm not a big Bumbo believer. Cat's favorite items are soy milk and chaos. Are they really? I don't see too many chaos enthusiasts in my Twitch chat or YouTube comments for that matter. It seems like I like that item a lot more than my viewers, but maybe that's just me. Chaos is always good. What do you mean? I mean, I have people that get genuinely upset when the run turns into a chaos run, and I mean, it's okay, you're allowed to not like an item, right? But I would have always guessed that chaos is like an absolute viewer favorite, but there are people out there that genuinely don't like it. And I used to not like it, to be honest, and I still think it's actually an actively bad decision when you try to go deathless to pick up chaos. But it makes for good content. So I just pick it all the time anyway. I like chaos unless it's actively screwing me over. I mean, wise words. I too prefer when chaos actually does good things for me. I haven't seen the store or the item room on this floor so far. There's still some stuff to explore here. Chaos is one big let's go gambling. Yeah, but you know, sometimes you pick chaos and you walk into the item room and you find brimstone and it's just great. Now, this is not such a time, but can you imagine how awesome it would have been? I mean, that's good. That's really good. That's also an item room item, so that wasn't exactly out of the ordinary. I should take that because we want to take advantage of the next shop still. For devil deals to see more items. I think devil deals are still better, and angel rooms got vastly overhyped in the transition to repentance, but they're certainly better than they were. And like, you used to, at least I used to feel outright bad when I had to do a deathless run, you know, when I had to do a streak run and I had to be on angel rooms. But now I'm like, oh, that's fine, you know, it's not terrible. Lock up HP down. It's not terrible, tough. Devil deals with chaos, I think, are a bit wonky. Like, yes, you see more items, but they also cost health, and you tend to get a lot less HP on chaos runs. Because usually you get health, most of the time you get health from boss rooms, right? Like after a boss fight. But I don't know. I'll just use this here and get the fool card. Is that necessary? Probably not. Oh, I misread the track. The Razor. The D20. Kind of boring. Auf Wiedersehen to you too, Riley. Items are a crutch for noobs. Real men win without items. Sorry, real gamers. Gotta make sure I actually had the knife. Mr. Me! Okay, you gotta come with me. You're too good not to take with me. You do too many things. Mr. Me is a hero. Real men aren't afraid to take guillotine. Well, I mean, yeah, truth. They hated him for he spoke the truth. He's running after the fly, dude. Why did I think there was a door? These batteries are gonna be nice for when I find the store, potentially. Care about that. Okay. Okay, so today is apparently the day of continuous breaks because I'm gonna have to take a quick break because I need to use the restroom, so we'll be continuing in a few minutes. BRB. All right, here we go again. I wonder if Probs watches the chat via the phone while away. No, I don't. All right, here we go again. I was just about to go in there, right? I might as well use Mr. Me. I think I'll still have enough rooms. Save one of my 13 keys. Exciting optimizations. Halo of Flies to support the... oh boy. Halo of Flies to support the thingy. The Guardian Angel. I mean, I could spend all these keys. I'm just not sure the shell game is really worth it. But this one, though. I don't really care about the shell game. Like, you almost never win at that anyway. But I think it's reasonable to trade these keys for the hearts. And then get some money and thus more keys. And potentially a blood bag. Skeleton key? Sure, I didn't have enough keys yet. Can I do this? I've never tried, like, raising my table with the green screen settings. Something just fell. Does this work? This does work. Devil Shell game hides what item? Normal has Scatoli. The Demon Shell game has a random devil item. Even though, I don't know if that applies to Chaos. Oh my god, I heard the doorbell. What is today? All right. Hopefully no more interruptions for the rest of the stream. Hey chat, I'm back. Okay, we've been to the item room, we've been to the shop. This is Gehenna 1. Let's keep going. Too bad these guys aren't grounded, but at least they're floating after the fly. Took a bit of damage there. Uh-oh. My damage is, oops, surprisingly low here. I gotta say. We could use a bit of a beef up. Now the problem is, it's kind of hard to get that because we're running chaos. Oh my god. Okay, that's not my proudest moment. Especially the last one, hypercoagulation. Oh. Okay. Okay. The Demon Shell game. Oh, I could actually play. Oh my god. I could actually play the Demon Shell game and force a win now that I know that you can control the direction in which hypercoagulation flings the hearts. I definitely want to win at that. Unfortunately, it's an IV bag. I know this game seems a bit tricky, but there's actually a pretty readable pattern. Link the video I saw on YouTube if you like. I'm gonna have to bear this load for the rest of my streaming career now, huh? I'm gonna give this a few attempts. I want to at least see what his item is. Okay, I don't care about that at all. Really? The Devil Shell game is actually called Hell game? Really? Oh. Oh, and it's chaos, dude. Oh no. I don't know why I'm doing this. Am I really gonna take a question mark if I find it now? Well, that's nice. IV bags work. I don't actually know if IV bags trigger hypercoagulation. I should have tested that. And again, we only get this one job, so I don't think it matters. Now, this is actually a free IV bag now. A free blood bag now, because we've seen IV bag. So that's nice. I'm glad the game recognized this and kind of just surrendered the blood bag on the first play. Easy. I'll take it. Left or right? First person to call it gets to pick, chat. Left. Okay. Yeah. +1 damage. Why not? Take none. Wait, that's illegal. Oh. Oh, I can do that. Okay. Whoop. They sometimes get pushed. I need to shove them upwards so they, but then they can land on the. Can I go right? That seems to work. Okay. Can Mr. Me open the boss challenge room? Can he? I think he can actually, now that you mention it. He can. Fight a bunch of bosses for a random item doesn't say. Oh god, it's my nemesis. Doesn't actually seem like a great deal, but you know, just out of the excitement that Mr. Me let me do that, we're gonna take the fight. Still could really use some tier 8. This guy's like Mask of Infamy, he should count as grounded. Oh. I hate how the heart is actually aggroed on the fly, but it's too slow to actually catch up with it. I'm really gonna need some help here, man. I have 99 keys. I'm not gonna wait for Mr. Me to be up to open that. Rerolls all pedestal items on the floor. Well, that can already reroll the boss challenge room, so that's something at least. It's okay. Surely the item is gonna... Surely the item is gonna rule, right? That's actually a good item. I like that. We'll now D7 and do it again. Don't think that's how that works. Man, this is a big floor. You know, I'm not a huge fan of any item that just lets you get infinite plays, but at least there's a bit of a skill element involved in this one. Not a huge fan of the fact that hypercoagulation lets you do that. What? Money equals power. Okay, I was actually gonna put money into that machine. Do I still do that? I think I do. I think I do, and the reason is any blood donation machine that I find should be giving me a shitload of money anyway, and I want to save for future runs. Could have actually tried to steal that money equals power too, but not a big deal. Okay, this is gonna be Mom's foot, right? Nope. Okay, this certainly hasn't been my best run so far. It's a mother run, so I can pick the photo. Let me see what's in here first. Blood puppy! Eh. I'm gonna keep the Book of Shadows, I think. But with Book of Shadows, I think I'm much more comfortable taking that. Not a huge fan of the poppers. Not gonna lie, but he's gonna deal some decent damage to the final bosses. Oh, show. occasionally wants to murder you. I mean, I guess there's worse things than having a doggo. Oh. I'm definitely not out of the woods here. Like, this isn't a great run. This is a good room to find when you have money equals power, huh? This is certainly not a great run. But money equals power is slowly steering it in the correct direction, at least. Chub! You guys know that Chub dislikes smoke? Oh, hey look, it's advanced Chub. First time catching a stream, how was your day? Hey Duel, welcome to the stream. Man, we're getting so many new people here. I appreciate you all finding your way here. Hope you're having a good time. How was my day? I don't know, I was at work. Now I'm doing the streaming thing. I'm a very basic person, honestly. You know, before the boss guide, it somehow never occurred to me that a bunch of the bosses in lower floors are just undead versions of the earlier ones. Yeah, that whole thing started with Wrath of the Lamb, honestly, if I remember correctly. Like, the first undead bosses were added in the very first DLC that we got, ever. Back in Flash Isaac. And ever since then, it's kind of become a thing to... for every boss to get an undead version. You know, one thing that blew my mind that I don't think I actually explicitly mentioned in the boss guide is that Mother, like as in the boss that we're going to right now, is actually the undead version of Mama Gertie. Because of how this game is structured, you know, the first thing you think about, okay, it's the undead version of Mom. And I think the way things panned out, like in Anti-Birth, Mother was actually meant to be the undead version of Mama Gertie. But like here in this game, now in the official thing, it's actually meant to be the undead version of Mom. Finally caught a stream because you started streaming on YouTube. Man. Turns out streaming on YouTube ended up being a very good decision, huh? Glad to have you here. Hey look, it's an actual boss item from a boss. What could have happened during Chub's upbringing to cause the hatred of smoke? I don't know, maybe he's a close relative of the Dongo. And it's just learned behavior. Oh god, Puppy is mad! Quick, murder him! At least he will stay away from Sigs, I guess. I mean, not the worst thing, huh? Any challenges for Isaac / Pokemon gaming I've lined up? No. The next big thing I want to do is that Rotato Deathless challenge. But oh right, I only get half hearts. I can't do this infinitely anymore. In terms of Isaac, I currently don't really have a challenge lined up. But I'll figure something out because I want to do something on the side. Okay, I can't bomb into the boss challenge room. That's unfortunate. At least not from this side. What? Get him, blood puppy. I said get him. Lost Flight just completely shredded all these guys except for the turret. Kinda crazy. Oh man, if I had the Polaroid, I could actually get so many more plays out of this now. Actually, I can do this one. Whatever. Maybe I'll come back. Taking damage has a 4% chance of granting a bone heart. That probably gives me higher value against Mother than the flat penny. Let's go back for that. I mean, I don't see how the flat penny is going to give me value against Mother. But potentially getting an additional hit's pretty good. Compost. I don't care about that. A sticky nickel. Money though. Like the actual money that doesn't contain stickiness is pretty good. Oh my god, all these chasers just die on Lost Fly immediately. If only there was a keys equals power item. Only there was a power equals power item. I don't care about the squeaky chest. I should be able to do this, but this is gonna be like a fairly lengthy Mother fight. I also am not entirely sure when I'm supposed to use the book, but probably if she does the fistula attack. Oops. That went by a lot faster than I thought it would. I'm out of bombs now, though. That's not good. She should be susceptible now to holy water, though. No, no, apparently not. Oh, you shouldn't be here. Oh, what? She's aggro on Lost Fly. Isn't Blood Puppy supposed to attack her? Come on, man. I should use this book at some point, shouldn't I? Alright. If you enjoyed this kind of run, make sure to leave a like and a sub on the video, as it's an easy way to support me. And if you want to see more of my content, there's a video on screen right now that YouTube thinks you might enjoy, so go check it out, and I'll see you in the next one. GG. What time is it? Video going live in half an hour? Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it quits here. We'll probably be playing more Isaac tomorrow then, to get the rest of the videos recorded for the rest of the week, and then The remainder of the week will be dedicated to Brotato most likely. But yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. YouTube video is going live in 30 minutes from now, so if you're not subbed to my YouTube yet, go do that. The link is in Twitch chat. I'm assuming you're not going to need a YouTube link if you're watching on YouTube. And follow my Twitch as well if you haven't done so yet either. Gengo21, thank you so much for the prime time and the 6 months of support. I appreciate it. Pete says bye too. And I do hope to see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.